Alright, everybody, this is episode 3 of OtterClan. Episode 2 still doesn't have any views, but episode 1 has 2 more views. So yay. And I know. So we are going to, just go through. Yeah, I remember this. Alright. We perform a choreographed song and dance for the leader, much to their enjoyment. You and Daisy take a nap together after a long day of playing. You cuddle together into a warm pile of fluff. Cotton Gorse has finally gotten rid of all his fleas. Flame Muzzle trips over an unseen rabbit hole, spraining his paw. Oleander is caught outside Clan's territory. OtterClan welcomes Frost Snow as a new warrior, honoring her integrity. With stars softly shining and lighting their pets, Shadow Pond gives Freezepaw her full name, Freezecurl. Both share the rest of the night with StarClan, celebrating their good fortune in having another medicine cat. Alright, you and you, Lightburn and Milkbracken. Lightburn suggests this might be a good chance to practice new fighting techniques with Milkbracken. Sure. Both cats have a nice practice session, swapping their best tips and tricks with each other. Prairie River and Songpelt. Prairie River is tempted to eat the prey she just caught. No. Prairie River decides against breaking the warrior code. Shadow Pond and Stone Falcon. Shadow Pond notices that the moss in the medicine den is getting old. He needs to go and gather some more. He takes a warrior with him to help. Shadow Pond leads the way to the best moss patch he knows, with Stone Falcon following close behind. The two cats scoop up bits of moss and make their respective piles. Once the piles turn into mouthfuls, they pick up the bundles of new bedding and start back towards camp. Nitro Bounce and Freezecurl. Freezecurl has to attend one of her groomer jobs as a medicine cat. The grounds where OtterClan goes to mourn their dead need to be tended to. She's bringing along Nitro Bounce as her assistant for this trip, and the two cats head out in relative silence. There's a sharp yowl of pain, followed by a string of muttered curses, and Freezecurl turns to see Nitro Pounce holding one of his paws off the ground. It seems that the other cat stepped on a thorn. Ouch! They'll have to go back to camp and fix that up. Frost Snow, Rowan Fern. While on patrol, Frost Snow notices some suspicious paw prints in the mud by the short grass. Why not? The paw prints lead to a trespassing rogue. The patrol quickly hides themselves in the long grass and sets up an ambush, sending the rogue fleeing off OtterClan territory. Oleander and Birdieback. Oleander suggests this might be a good chance to practice teamwork with Birdieback. Sure. It's really nice to just get out of camp and train, to have space to focus and a good training partner to work on things with. Icy Mane and Cotton Gorse. Cotton Gorse gets taken aside by Icy Mane as he asks why he feels like StarClan ignores him. It is easy to wonder why StarClan places their paws on some cats and not others. Icy Mane is comforted to know that Cotton Gorse feels that too sometimes, and they end up spending the afternoon discussing it together, both cats feeling validated and reassured. Let's do us, Willowkit. A lost thrush chick is chirping helplessly near the nursery. You feel a pang of sympathy. You attempt to help, but end up scaring the chick further. Eventually, one of the elders steps in to handle the situation. Speaking of elders, we have none. Sad. Because there's this really cool thing with elders, and I really want to show you guys. How about we talk with Almondstar? Almondstars always seem to have the heaviest gait. You swear you can feel him across the camp. At least you always know when he's around. You know his paw steps too well. That's sweet. Ooh, he has 3 lives, and what does he do? He's got a broken bone right now. Let's chat with our dad. When you settle into the nursery for the night, you feel a stone under your haunches. When you go to remove the disturbance, you notice it's covered in the scent of rowan fern. A rather underwhelming prank, but a slight nonetheless. You'll be sure to get him back for this transgression. Let's go sunshade. Weep. Yay! Willowkit dashes towards the moss ball just before it rolls out of camp, stopping it with a dramatic slide. And let's also chat. You watch Sunshade's mouth moving from across the camp. You wonder what he's saying. I was worrying about asking Shadowpawn for help for something minor. Why'd I press that one? Save clan. Okay, next moon. Ooh, which one? I'm gonna be a warrior. Feel like in the last episode I might have said, oh, I'm gonna be this type of apprentice. If I did, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be a warrior. I filmed that last one 2 days ago. Right. The wind carries whispers of anticipation through the camp as you sit beneath the towering great rock. Almond Star, the leader of your clan, stands on the rock, his gaze thoughtful and intense as it falls upon you. When your new name, Willowpaw, echoes around the clearing, your breath catches in your throat. Your mentor, Nitro Pounce, steps forward to meet you. His nose grazes your forehead in a gentle touch, a traditional gesture that marks the beginning of your apprenticeship. Warmth blooms in your chest, filling you with a renewed sense of pride. With your clanmates' cheers echoing in your ears, you realize that your journey as an apprentice of OtterClan has just begun. Rowanfern has realized that Tom doesn't describe how they feel anymore. Oh, that's so sweet. Good for you, Rowanfern. And then they got white cough. Sunshade has a running nose. Icy Mane has gotten white cough. Blech. Lightburn and Milkbracken found a litter of 4 kids and decided to adopt them. Oh, that's so sweet. It's funny how quickly love takes flight. Shadowpond and Songpelt have become mates. Oh, that's sweet. Milkbracken has gotten a running nose. Prairie River's running nose has finally stopped running. Daisy Paw's reached the age of 6 moons and has been made an apprentice. Daisy Paw has gotten a stomach ache. Nitro Prance's small cup has healed up nicely. Birdie Back was seen touching noses with a kitty pet. Scandalous! The clan has encountered Lucky. Do we have any kits right now? Oh yeah, Rook kit. Slope kit. So wait, we've got Secretive Rook kit, Sweet Slope kit, Fearless Flare, oh my gosh, and Disciplined Mist kit. Oh my gosh, these two, Sweet Slope kit and Fearless Flare kit. And then, yeah, no, it doesn't work with the other two, but that's kind of funny. And then we are playful with a morbid curiosity. Let's chat with our mentor. There's our mentor. Nitro Pounce trips as you walk side by side through camp. You feel his body shaking with laughter as you help him up. Let's chat with our parent. You're watching the clouds when Rowanfern comes to join you. They point at one, then waves a paw side to side. Looking closely, the cloud does resemble a fish indeed. The two of you watch the clouds for a while, pointing at interesting shapes to each other as you see fit. Oh yeah, 'cause we're deaf. That's sweet. Oh yeah, and like doing their paw side to side might be for fish. I only just remembered we're deaf. You think about hunting by yourself, hoping you might impress your mentor. Nitro Pounce is out with Lightburn and Prairie River, so the day is yours. As you head out, every creaking branch and swishing fern makes you jump. Maybe hunting alone isn't the best idea. When you return, Nitro Pounce finds you and scolds you for going out alone, but is thankful you didn't stay out. Okay, now we've got Daisy Paw and Lightburn. Yeah. As a prairie dog is on watch, plopped back on its hind legs as others forage nearby. It won't be easy getting past its guard. Daisy Paw spots a boggy area nearby, dragging himself through the mud, pressing himself low so low it gets on his whiskers. He creeps closer below the sentry's view. He leaps from cover, grabbing the outermost isolated prairie dog. Lightburn runs in to finish it off, tail lashing excitedly as he congratulates the muddy victor. Our brother is smart. A medium amount of prey is brought back to camp. Now there's us and Nitro Pounce. Oh, we find an abandoned kit. Please, please, please live. Yes! Willow Paw rushes the kit back to camp. The kit is nursed back to health and is promised a place in the clan. Let's see it. Pale Kit. He is 1 moon old, and he is honest and likes to sing. Let's chat. Bored, you kick a pebble across the clearing. Pale Kit, who happens to be sitting close by, catches the pebble as it rolls next to him. He passes it back, and you end up in a decently spirited back and forth game, passing the stone in between the paws of warriors passing through the camp. And Sunshade. Pale Kit. Sunshade lobs the moss ball high above Pale Kit's head. He leaps straight up to catch it midair, landing neatly on all fours. Nice. Let's chat with... Oh, we've already chatted with Roanford. Let's go Oleander, I guess. Wow. How rude. Let's go Lightburn. You can feel the vibrations coming from Lightburn's body as he talks, even though you can't hear his words. It's comforting in its own way. Almond Star. The border patrol comes back with news of 2 legs on the territory, so Almond Star personally guards the camp entrance, casting paranoid glances. It's clear he takes his job as leader very seriously. Shadowpawn goes out with a warrior escort, both for safety as he tries to stalk up under the clear leafless skies, and for carrying capacity should he find any. Also because it's his mate. Surprisingly, Songpaul actually starts up a conversation with him about the herbs they're looking for. Shadowpawn launches into the usual spiel, and to his astonishment, Songpelt is actually interested, and it makes his heart feel lighter getting to share his knowledge and skills with someone who respects him. She's your mate. If she didn't like what you do, I would not like her. Okay, patrol again. Poppy and Dandelion. Birdie Back and Cotton Gorse. The patrol finds a kitty pet who is interested in joining the clan. They banter with the cat a bit, making them feel a bit more welcome. Sure. The patrol doesn't have to do much convincing. The kitty pet seems happy to join the clan. Kale joined the... Kale! It's probably not the same Kale, but still. Definitely not the same Kale, but still. Male... Charismatic with a deep StarClan bond. Yeah, right. Look, okay. If you've seen Galaxy Clan, then you'll probably know who Kale is. Frost Snow, Oleander, and let's go Kale. While walking along the border, the patrol notices a Cloud Clan patrol renewing their scent marks ahead. Proceed. Once the patrols cross paths, Kale is quick to break the awkward atmosphere with a friendly greeting and easy conversation. The 2 patrols eventually return to their tasks, feeling confident in their good relations with the opposite clan. Relations with Cloud Clan have improved. Is this the one? Okay. In one of my worlds, one of my things, I am literally allied with all the other clans. Prairie River and Milk Bracken. Milk Bracken suggests this might be a good chance to practice new hunting techniques with Prairie River. Unfortunately, neither cat steps up to teach. It makes things feel very awkward and like a waste of time, and the cats give up and return to camp a little irritated. I hate it. I hate that patrol. Alright, Stone Falcon and Freeze Curl. Freeze Curl notices some of the moss in the medicine den is getting old. She needs to go and gather some more, and she takes a warrior with her to help. Freeze Curl leads the way to the best moss patch she knows, with Stone Falcon following close behind. The 2 cats scoop up bits of moss and make their respective piles. Once the piles turn into mouthfuls, they lick up the bundles of new bedding and start back towards camp. Right. My cat is meowing to be let in. It's nice. Okay, next one. Sunshade's running nose has finally stopped running. Milk Bracken's running nose has finally stopped running. Hey! Flame Muzzle sprain has healed. Prairie River was seen playing with a kitty pet over the border. The clan has encountered Lucky. Again. Daisy Paw is glad that his stomachache is finally gone. Daisy, taking after their parent. Non-binary. They're both non-binary. That's so cool. You're sleeping peacefully in your nest when a trickle of air wakes you. The familiar sensation has you lift your head with a small start, blinking at seeing an amused Roanfern. They smile softly at you. The vibration of their purr is so soothing, and you bunt your head against them with a smile of your own. What a nice way to wake up. Aww. Now let's chat with our sibling. You share tongues with Daisy Paw, not bothering to sign in idle conversation. Yeah, I feel like they would have like a way of signing in this clan. Let's go our mentor. You're running through a few battle moves with when Nitro Pounce approaches and stomps for your attention. The vibration under your paw stops you to look at him. He shakes his head before showing you a slightly different version. You note how he stays light on his paws in the example. Trying again, Nitro Pounce shakes his head before guiding you through motion by motion. Again and again, the two of you work through the move until your muscles burn. You finally stop to shake your head before moving your paw to rest under your chin. Seeing that you need rest, Nitro Pounce nods and gives your forehead a lick before heading off to do other tasks. That is all. So paw under head is like shake head, paw under head means like sleep, like tired maybe. You've got white cough, right? Yeah. Almond Star. Broken Bone, 4 moons, nice. You notice Almond Star playing with some kids, a rare smile on his face. He seems to notice your gaze, pausing and accidentally stumbling over a kid. Nodding, you look away. It's good to see him having fun every once in a while. Now, actually, let's chat with the kids. So we've got Pale Kit, wishes he was still in his nest sleeping. You watch Pale Kit knead the ground. What's got him so excited today? Alright, and then we've got Rook Kit, patient and oddly observant. Is careful not to stand under branches with snow on them. Rook Kit makes a silly face at you. Slope Kit, he is still sweet and he has an active imagination. Imactivation? What? Ination? I don't know. Is curious about the other clans. Slope Kit is rolling around in the sunshine. Flare Kit, fearless Flare Kit, who's always curious, is asking other kids how kids are born. When you settle into your nest for the night, you feel a stone under your arm. Oh, this one. When you go to remove the disturbance, you notice covered in the scent of Flare Kit. A rather underwhelming prank, but a slight nonetheless. You'll be sure to get her back for this transgression. Mist Kit. She's disciplined with an active imagination. Miss Kit joyfully follows a butterfly and flaps between the flowers, observing the bud's movement through the field. She seems too busy in her curiosity to talk right now. Best to leave her with her fun and her new friend. And then we're going to go Sunshade. You... I'm gonna go tell a story. Empathy. As Sunshine recounts the story about a misunderstood loner, Pale Kit laughs and makes jokes, showing little regard for the character's situation. Dang it. Right. It's about to time skip. Lightburn. Lightburn suggests this might be a good chance to practice teamwork with Daisy Paw. Proceed. What the heck? Unfortunately, neither cat steps up to teach. Daisy Paw looks disappointed. What was Lightburn expecting? For them to lead the training? Very good question, Lightburn. What were you expecting? Not a very good deputy, right? Yeah. Nitro Pounce Willowpaw. A prairie dog is on watch, plopped back on its hind legs as the others forge nearby. It won't be easy getting past its guard. Willowpaw spots a same thing. Boggy area nearby, dragging herself through the mud, pressing herself low to get on so low it gets on her whiskers. She She creeps closer, below the sentry's view. She leaps from cover, grabbing the outermost, most isolated prairie dog. Nitro Pounce runs in to help finish it off, tail lashing excitedly as he congratulates the muddy victor. A medium amount of prey is brought back to camp. Sweet. We've got Shadowpond and Songpelt. While out collecting herbs with Songpelt, Shadowpond can't help but notice how hard his companion is pushing herself. Songpelt snaps at Shadowpond when he brings it up. She's fine, totally fine. Only a mouse brain would think otherwise. Right. Broody-back and Flame Muzzle. Flame Muzzle suggests this might be a good chance to practice new hunting techniques with Broody-back. For Flame Muzzle, he explains, it's less about how he kills the prey and more about getting to his prey. He's happy to share his interest in stalking with Broody-back, and they turn it into a little game. Freeze Squirrel Oleander. Freeze Squirrel has to attend one of her grimmer jobs as a medicine cat. The Groundsboro OtterClan has to go to mourn their dead need to be tended to. She's bringing along Oleander as her assistant for this trip, and the two cats head out in relative silence. Even though there's nothing different about this place, other than the serenity it was chosen for, Freeze Squirrel always feels that the grief and love their clanmates express here has seeped into every blade of grass. They tidy the grounds together, collecting rosemary as they work. It feels appropriate for the plant to grow here when its herbs are used to hide the scent of death. That's really sweet because his mate is dead. So he might have also paid his respects again at her grave. Right. Kale, Prairie River, let's go. Oh, but the patrol hears a cat begging for their housefolk to come back, just barely intelligible over the sound of a monster speeding away. Proceed. He discovers the cooling body of a kitty pet. It seems they attempted to run after their two legs, but were run over by another monster. Kale silently sends a prayer for the kitty pet, and Cat help cursing the two legs who abandoned such a loyal cat. Oh. How's our reputation towards outsiders worsened? Milk bracken and cotton gorse. Cotton gorse is no. Now let's just press proceed. He resists the temptation, going to make a couple of great catches to make sure the elders are fed. Right, and then we've got Frost Snow and Stone Falcon. The patrol comes across a small dog on the edge of the border of OtterClan territory. Stone Falcon hisses at the small dog, and the rest of the small team backs him up. The dog skitters back, yapping loudly, apparently shocked by the display. The patrol breaks out into yowls and caterwauls until the dog loses its nerve and runs from the OtterClan border into the distance. Alright, we did not do our LifeGen one. Right, there's us. Nitro Pounce suggests that it's time to hone your climbing skills. He guides you to a tall tree nearby, its branches waving invitingly in the wind. Let's be a SkyClan cat. With Nitro Pounce's encouragement, you start up the tree. Halfway up, however, you lose your nerves. Nitro Pounce calls out to assure you before he climbs up to coax you the rest of the way up. You're grateful to him as you catch your breath at the top. Alright, now. A particularly tough border skirmish leaves you exhausted. You wonder if being a medicine cat would have been a better choice. Aw, that's sad. Daisy Paw challenges you to a sparring match. After a few minutes, you manage to get the upper paw and win the match. There you go. Nitro Pounce scolds you after catching you sleeping when you were assigned to the Dawn Patrol. Roanfern has recovered from White Cough. Yay! Almond Star's broken bone has finally healed. Finally, I added the finally in because it has been 5 moons, I think. Well, this is the 5th moon. Icy Mane has recovered from White Cough, and Oleander will always love Sorrel, but has decided to move on. Right, Willowpaw. A thick fog has set over clan territory, and there are reports of unusual scents near the border. You are called. Why are we in a 7 or 8 moon old cat called to investigate a border thing. All right, proceed. Setting out with a few warriors. Okay, the fog makes it incredibly difficult to track. Nitroprance has difficulty as well, but Milkbracken manages to pick up a scent, identifying it as a raccoon. Since it's harmless to a group of cats, Nitroprance suggests you both take time to understand the scent and learn from this. Right. Now this time, it's light burn Nitropounce. Light burn Nitropounce. There we go, the four of us. Oh, fine. On Shadow Pond. Milk Bracken. There we go. There's a spring in their steps today as the cats head out. Today looks like a good day for hunting. Proceed. The conditions don't disappoint. It's going to be tough carrying all their fresh kill home, but that's the kind of problem these cats are happy to have, especially during leaf fall. Leaf bear. Playful blood. They're bloodthirsty? How is it taking me this long to realize? Also, I'm thinking let's go to the moon place. It's traditional for apprentices to visit the moon grove once during their apprenticeship, even if they're not a medicine cat apprentice. You decide to make the journey this moon, following the well-worn path walked by several generations of medicine cats and leaders, and every other cat in the clan. Carefully, you touch your nose to the sacred spot. A StarClan cat greets you. Sorrel! Hello, young Willowpaw. You've come far to visit us. Let me give you some advice. You walk in the footsteps of many great warriors before you, yet your path is your own to shape. Trust in your heart, Willowpaw, even when the night is dark. Even StarClan cannot foresee every twist in your path. Okay. Okay. While out collecting herbs with song pelts, Shadowpawn can't help but notice just how hard his companion is pushing herself. Please don't do it. Without a single word, Shadowpawn drapes his tail over Songpelt's shoulders, letting out a comforting purr as the other cat leans against him. Right, Prairie River Kale. I really hope Kale retires so that I can just use him for something. No. Prairie River spies a fat river rabbit on the other side of the Flame Clan border. A tempting opportunity to be sure, but it may not be wise to hunt on a different clan's territory. No. The patrol decides that one rabbit isn't worth making an enemy. No, we're not making any enemies right now. Stone Falcon and Birdie back. Stone Falcon suggests this might be a good chance to practice new fighting techniques with Birdie back. Both cats have a nice practice session, swapping their best tips and tricks with each other. Right. Run, Fern, Freeze Curl. Freeze Curl has to sit. My gosh. This is every moon. I don't think you. Actually, they might need to do it every moon. I don't actually know. Freeze Curl has to attend one of her Grimmer jobs as a medicine cat. The grounds where OtterClan goes to mourn their dead need to be tended to. She's bringing along Rowan Fern as her assistant for this trip, and the two cats head out in relative silence. Even though there's nothing different about this place other than the serenity it was chosen for, Freeze Curl always feels that the grief and love their clanmates express here has seeped into every blade of grass. They tidy the grounds together, collecting rosemary as they work. It feels appropriate for this plant to grow here when its herbs are used to hide the scent of death. Oleander, cotton gorse. Oleander suggests this might be a good chance to practice new hunting techniques with cotton gorse. Proceed. Fortunately, neither cat steps up to teach. It makes everything feel awkward and like a waste of time, and the cats give up and return back to camp a little irritated. I'm a little irritated. That's what I put this on. Just hurts. I've been wearing my headphones like around my neck, and this has just been near my face, about as far as it usually is, but it was getting annoying, so because my headphones hurt when they're on my ears too long. Anyways, while walking along the border, the patrol notices a Flame Clan patrol renewing their scent marks ahead. Proceed. The patrols eventually cross paths, and an awkward tension fills the air. No one is quite sure what to say to break the silence. Eventually, everyone involved slowly shuffles away to continue their respective patrols. Fun! Alright, Frost, Snow, and Flame Muzzle. I really like Frost Snow's name because it's like Frost, which is frost, and Snow, which is snow. Alright. Flame Muzzle wanders past an old badger set overlooking a crook in the river. In a little river. When he then freezes, there's a new scent there, acrid and sour. Is it acrid or acrid? I feel like I asked that last time as well. I probably did. All right, proceed. Calling the rest of the patrol over, the cats discuss their next move. If a badger has moved in, they need to confirm it. But how? Flame Muzzle comes up with a plan, stuffing grasses and shrubs into the mouth of the set. The cats will be able to come back tomorrow and see if anything has shoved them out of the way. Yeah, okay, we've done LifeGen. Let's chat with some cats. Let's chat with our sibling. Daisy Paw's paw waves you over. They have something at their paws. Swift signs from their body tell you the object is a gift, but what is it? Your confusion must be obvious as Daisy Paw signs again. It's a two-leg thing? Daisy Paw looks excited about it. You still have no idea what it is. Daisy Paw ends up walking away, leaving you still confused about what you're supposed to do with the strange gift. Fun fact, cats don't actually need to meow at each other. They've just learned that we meow, I'm using air quotes, meow at each other. But technically we don't need to. And they just use body language all the time, like in the wild. At least that's what I've heard from multiple sources. I don't know if that's actually right. Please correct me if I am wrong. Otherwise, I have been told false information many times. But that's just what I've heard. So cats being deaf honestly doesn't mean too much. I say too much because it can still mean stuff. Almond Star. Finally, you're up. Almond Star is mocking Lightburn in the middle of an important announcement. When Lightburn turns around, Almond Star feigns innocent, fluttering his eyes with an unassuming smile on his face. As soon as Lightburn isn't looking, it's back to his mocking display. That's sad. Almond Star. Lightburn. Platonic love and mocking. Switch focus, yeah. Oh! Little bit of a crush on Icy Mane, is there? Yeah. Alright, so now we go. Let's try with Pale Kid again. Pale Kid makes a silly face at you. Gosh, that was the same as, like, last moon or something. Let's play fight. Courage 2. Pale Kid shows remarkable bravery when facing Sunshade in a play fight, determined one day to become the victor. Alright. Yeah, okay. I want to chat with one more cat. Let's chat with Roanfern. Now I feel like let's find a random cat. Kale. When you settle into your nest for the night, you feel a stone under your haunches. Oh my gosh. When you remove the disturbance, you note it's covered in the scent of kale. A rather underwhelming prig, but a slight nonetheless. You'll be sure to get him back for this transgression. Alright, events, time skip 1 moon. Oh no, what happened? You drop into a den to visit your parent Roanfern. They're delighted by your presence and you share a robin while you tell them about your day. Almondstar is having a peaceful stroll outside the camp when he was attacked and killed by a badger. The leader has 2 lives left. Prairie River was attacked by a group of rats. She managed to fight them all, but didn't escape unscathed. The clan has gathered a stockpile of food to save. The more the better. But one night the fresh kill pile was drastically reduced, and paw prints were found on the ground. Willowpaw's gotten green cough. Flare Kid is... No, not kitten cough. I hate kitten cough. In the middle of playing, Pale Kid sneezes so hard he falls over. Again, this is really becoming a pattern. Allergies! Allergies! When you settle into your nest for the night, you feel a stone under your haunches. When you go to remove the disturbance, you notice it's covered in the scent of pale kid. A rather underwhelming prank, but a slight nonetheless. You'll be sure to get back to him for this transgression. Alright, Sunshade. Let's go clean. Wow. Pale kid whines and flops down in his nest, refusing to help Sunshade clean the nursery. That's... No, oh my gosh, dang it. I'm sad. Lightburn suggests this might be a good chance for the cats to practice new hunting techniques, particularly with Daisy Paw present. The cats practice their hunting dutifully, but no one has anything new to show each other. Pretty sure there's always something new you can show the apprentice. While out collecting herbs with Songpelt, Shadowpond can't help but notice just how hard his companion is pushing herself. Can we get another thing for these two? Without a single word, Shadowpond drapes his tail over Songpelt's shoulders, letting out a comforting purr as the other cat leans against him. Well, at least he's learned his lesson. Moss and Juniper were gathered. Right. Cotton Gorse and Birdie Back. Cotton Gorse suggests this might be a good chance to practice new fighting techniques with Birdie Back. Both cats have a nice practice session, swapping their best tips and tricks with each other. Stone Falcon and Almond Star. While on patrol, Stone Falcon notices some suspicious paw prints in the mud by the short grass. Following the trail with his nose to the ground, Stone Falcon doesn't see the blow coming. He hauls himself to his feet, spitting with outrage, but the rogue that did it has already turned and run. Stone Falcon got a mangled leg. Frost Snow and Flame Muzzle. Frost Snow is tempted to eat the prey she just caught. Usually just press it because she resists the temptation. Going to make a couple of great catches to make sure the elders are fed. What elders? There's no elders. Rowan Fern, Kale. Kale suggests this might be a good chance to practice new hunting techniques with Rowan Fern. Proceed. The setting sun makes the light strange, elongating shadows and tinging the world with yellow as the cats prowl around, each taking their turn as prey and hunter. Freeze Curl Oleander. Oh my gosh. During a patrol looking for herbs, Freeze Curl notices that Oleander seems more quiet than usual. When prompted, Oleander slowly asks Freeze Curl if Freeze Curl could teach them more about the nature of StarClan. Proceed. Freeze Curl eventually relents and begins teaching Oleander more about StarClan and the nature of prophecies. Expecting boredom, Freeze Curl is shocked when she sees wonder in Oleander's face. The two spend the rest of the patrol pondering the nature of their ancestors together. Patrol again. Alright, one more. Nitro Pounce, Icy Mane. Nitro Pounce suggests this might be a good chance to practice teamwork with Icy Mane. And by teamwork, Nitro Pounce means working together to find the ideal place to nap the afternoon away. Who wants to work when instead they can just cover for each other and find a glorious spot to waste time? Gosh. Alright, hang on. I wanted to do something. I thought of something. I thunk a thought. I swear I thunk a thought, okay? Thoughts do come into my mind. I think Songpelts would be a great warrior to spar with. Rowan Fern trips as you walk side by side through the camp. You feel their bodies shaking with laughter as you help them up. Let's chat with our mentor. Nitropounce is napping peacefully in his nest. A flick of his tail uncovers a patch of moss, revealing a hidden treasure trove of trinkets. There's shiny rocks, two-legged orbits, and... Hey, isn't that your feather you lost moons ago? You've been looking for it everywhere. Nitropounce turns over in his nest, reconcealing his treasures and vanishing your feather from sight. 10 moons. While battle training, you execute a complex move perfectly on your first try. Nitropounce praises you enthusiastically in front of the other apprentice. What an unusual blue butterfly. Strange. Maybe it's a sign? You ponder it for a bit. Almastar suggests that putting in more effort into your training would be better. We're sick? Don't you dare say that putting more effort into our training would be beneficial. Rowan Fern was loitering around to CloudClan's border, looking for a specific cat. Ooh, Rowan Fern! Almondstar failed to interpret a warning sign from StarClan and couldn't foresee the circumstances of his death. The leader has one life left. One life left. Blech. Lightburn has gotten a stomachache. Flame Muzzle has gotten a stomachache. Some of the less sympathetic cats of OtterClan would prefer to hack up a hair to try to hack up a hairball rather than watch Prairie River and Rowan Fern melt in each other's directions. New mates can be insufferable. As if the injury wasn't bad enough, the skin around Stone Falcon's mangled leg has started to swell and feel feverish. Daisy Paw oh come on, has excelled at every task placed before them. Despite their young age, they are more than ready to become a warrior. They are given the name Daisy Bellow, honoring their skill. Rootkit has gotten a stomachache. King Cough has killed. No, Flarekit was cute, and no one is mourning Flarekit. Fun. Palekit. Lecture. Sunshade lectures Palekit about times of hardship in Clan's history, but the kid appears completely indifferent. This kid is dumber than I thought. Right. Rowanfern waves at you with a smile, trotting towards you from across the camp with a bird in their jaws. They drop it at your feet and give an encouraging nod, before returning to their friends across the camp. Lightfern suggests this might be a good chance to practice new hunting techniques with Milk Bracken. Check this out! Lightburn launches into a flashy, impressive backflip, landing smoothly and reveling in Milk Bracken's approving laughter. Acrobatics might not be practical, but no one specified practical in hunting techniques. Gosh, that's so cool. I like the thing. I like that. That one. No, dang it. No, Prairie Rivers. Whatever. What's wrong with Prairie River? While collecting herbs with Songpelt, Shadowpawn can't help but notice just how hard his companion is pushing herself. Songpelt snaps at, oh my gosh, I thought you learned your lesson, Shadowpawn, when he brings it up. She's fine, totally fine. Only a mouse brain would think otherwise. Almond Star, Icy Mane. Icy Mane is tempted to eat the prey he just caught. He resists the temptation, going on to make a couple great catches to make sure the elders are fed. Birdieback and Rowanfern. The patrol finds a small burrow in the ground with a strange set. Rowanfern hesitates, unsure if it's worth checking. Okay. Yay! The burrow turns out to be empty. Nothing but stale air and a light tang of sickness. Whatever used to live there is now gone. Checking the burrow was a waste of time. Still could have been something. Then again, it could have also ended with death. Eyes glowing in the last rays of sunset, the small hunting party heads out into the gathering dusk. Sometimes hunts just go bad. It's no one's fault, but today it's one of those times. The cats console one another as they walk home. Oh, that's sad. Cotton Gorse and Flame Muzzle. Flame Muzzle suggests this might be a good chance to practice teamwork with Cotton Gorse. Both cats have a nice practice session, and their trust and coordination with each other grows stronger. Freeze Curl, Frost Snow. Freeze Curl has to attend one of her groomer jobs as a medicine cat. The grounds where OtterClan goes to mourn their dead need to be tended to. She's bringing along Frost Snow as her assistant for this trip, and the two cats head out in relative silence. Proceed. There's a sharp yell of pain, followed by a string of muttered curses, and Freeze Curl turns to see Frost Snow holding up one of her paws off the ground. Seems that the other cat stepped on a thorn. Ouch. They'll have to go back to camp and fix that up. Nitro Pounce and Kale. The patrol approaches a little two-leg nest on the prairie while hunting. Next to it, a strange tower makes a soft thump, its wooden leaves circling slowly in the wind. A two-legged kid approaches the patrol, and they send it away squawking with its blood on their claws. Dang! Alright. Next moon. Yay, we're back. You're helping Freeze Curl since she needed extra paws. She's grateful for you to you for the assistance, and it turns out to be a great opportunity to connect with her more. You convince the other apprentices to join you in a game of Catch the Falling Feather, leaping and tumbling around the camp. You and a few other apprentices decide to sneak into the medicine den while Shadow Pond is out gathering herbs. You have an all-you-can-eat buffet with the herbs and end up with a horrible. Okay, at least none of them die. That's good. Lightburn's stomachache has left. Flame Muzzle no longer has a stomachache. Prairie River's rat bite has healed. Frostnose's small cut is no longer bothering her. Freeze Curl was trying to fluff up her nest when she discovered she was a victim of a prank fox done. There's now a sharp thorn embedded in her paw. Willowpaw is no longer coughing and spluttering. Her case of green cough is now cured. Rootkit no longer has a stomachache. Rootkit woke up with a mild headache, but went around about his day anyway, trying to ignore the nagging pain. Palepaw can't believe his apprenticeship is finally here. Nearly tripping over his paws, he scurries up to Icy Mane, excitedly touching noses with him. Kale has gotten a running nose. Finally! Palepaw and Icy Mane. Eyes glowing with the last rays of sunset, the small hunting party heads out into the gathering dusk. Icy Mane goes down on a misjudged pounce and stands up with a wince. Palepaw trots over, telling Icy Mane to take it easy and lean on him as he limps home. Right, us and Nitro Pounce. What's our thing yet? 48, got it. The patrol hears a cat begging for their house folk to come back, just barely intelligible over the sound of monsters speeding away. Yay! The patrol follows the sound to the cries of a kitty pet, curled up on the side of the road, with the scent of sickness rising from her pelt. As Nitropounce comforts her and asks if she needs attention from a medicine cat, Willowpaw quizzes her. Is she a spy for Two Legs? Was she sent to collect information on OtterClan to facilitate a Two Legs takeover? Once the kitty pet answers no to both, Willowpaw nods seriously. She can be welcomed into the clan. Sun Valley joined the clan. Our reputation towards outsiders has improved. And the patrol approaches a little two-leg nest on the prairie while hunting. Next to it, a storage tower makes a soft thump, its wooden leaves circling slowly in the wind. Proceed. The patrol has a successful hunt, avoiding any two legs. I'm actually going to do our LifeGen patrol now. Alright, a thick fog has set over the clan's territory, and there are reports of unusual scents near the border. You are called upon to investigate. Proceed. Setting out with a few warriors, the fog makes it incredibly difficult to track. Nitropounce has difficulty as well, but Stone Falcon manages to pick up a scent, identifying it as a raccoon. You and Nitropounce already know what a raccoon smells like from last time this happened. Since it's harmless to a group of cats, Nitropounce suggests you both take time to understand the scent and learn from this. I've already done that before. Right, Almond Star, Birdie back. Oh yeah. Let's do that. Almond Star suggests this might be a good chance to practice teamwork with Birdie back. It's really nice to just get out of camp and train, to have a space to focus on good training with focus and a good training partner to work on things with. While out collecting herbs with Shadow Pond, Songpelt can't help but notice how hard the medicine cat is pushing himself. Without a single word, Songpelt drapes her tail over Shadowpond's shoulders, letting out a comforting purr as the medicine cat leans against her. Burdock, Blackberry, and Dandelion were gathered. Then we've got you and you. While walking along the border, the patrol notices a Flame Clan patrol renewing their scent marks ahead. Proceed. The patrols eventually cross paths, and an awkward tension fills the air. No one is quite sure what to say to break the silence. Eventually, everyone involved just slowly shuffles away to continue their respective patrols. Bye! Frost Snow, Daisy Bellow, and Oleander. Daisy Bellow is tempted to eat the prey they just got, sure, whatever. They resist the temptation, going to make a couple of great catches to make sure the elders are fed. We have too much prey at this point. We have over triple the amount we need. Kale, Freeze Curl. Freeze Curl is on a mission to find Lungwort, now that New Leaf is here. As the only reliable courier for Yellowclaw, she's determined that OtterClan replenish their stocks of it. She takes along a warrior to escort her. Proceed. Dang it. The cats search and search until their paw pads are sore and their muscles exhausted, but they just can't find Lungwort anywhere. Freezeco returns to camp disappointed, but determined to try again. It's simply too important not to keep a good supply of. They both got sore. Flame Muzzle and Cotton Gorse. Let's go. The patrol encounters a patch of bare ground where a lot of two-legs linger. Oh. Alright. Proceed, I guess. Dang it. The patrol mostly ignores the two legs. As they hunt, they hear a yelp from Cotton Gorse. He's crawled into a metal two-legs box, and there's nothing he or the rest of the patrol can do to get him out. Eventually, the two legs notice, and Cotton Gorse is taken by them. Right, leaders, outsiders, Cotton Gorse, search for Lucky's. Right. Next moon, Willow Burrow. Oh, that's a nice name. You found an accessory, Swan Feather. You choose to store it in a safe place for now. Underneath the shimmering sky, the clan congregates around the great rock. Your eyes meet Almondstar's gaze, and with a nod, he ascends the stone. The murderers of your clanmates hush, the anticipation tangible in the air. As your name is called, you rise to your paws and stride forward, your heart beating loudly in your chest. Your leader's muzzle touches your forehead, his breath warm against your fur. He honors you for your hard work and announces from this moment forth you will be known as Willowburrow. Despite a long search, Cotton Gorse could not be found by the clan. Stone Falcon's wound is no longer infected. Yay! Freeze Curl's small cut is no longer bothering her. Freeze Curl's soreness has abated. Rootkit feels relieved at the lack of pain in his head. His headache seems to have finally gone away. Newly made apprentice Rookpaw touches noses with his new mentor, Prairie River. Newly made apprentice Slopepaw touches noses with his new mentor, Flame Muzzle. Miss Paw excitedly touches noses with her new mentor, Lightburn, looking quite eager to start training. Kale's soreness is abated, and Sun Valley's white cough is gone. Alright, I'm going to stop rambling and actually do something with my day now. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys in part 4 whenever I release it. Bye!